Hey, sixth graders, this is topic 6, lesson 6, example 1. And I'm going to do the try it in just a second, but before I do the try it, I want to talk about how weird this looks. So they said 90% of what number is 135? Just want to translate this real quick. There are some things that I know. Like, I know the word of typically means times. I know that the word is and was and those kinds of words is equals. 135 is easy to use because it's just right there. 90%. Here's what I know about 90%. 90% is really 90 parts out of 100. And if you actually did 90 divided by 100, you would get 0.9 or 0.90 if it's nicer to work with that number. So that's where that's coming from. And what number, that's what we're looking for. So let's make that the letter W for what number. Okay. So when we rewrite this problem the way they showed us up there, it becomes 0.9, because you don't need that 0 after the 9. You can put it there if it makes you feel better. Oh, they used P and I used W. You better use what they used, even though I know you don't really care. 0.9 times P equals 135. So this is that spot where it's like, well, I really want to get P by itself. Right now, P is being multiplied by 0.9, and the opposite of multiplying by 0.9 is dividing by 0.9. So if we do that on both sides, then we find out that the number of points possible on the test, the original number of points, is 150. Boop, boop, boop. I'm not super sure that I like the way they did this. If I was solving it, I might do something closer to, let's see, I would say 100% is an amount I don't know. 90% is 135. So the idea is, maybe I don't like this way of doing it. I think I've changed my mind. I think I like the way they did it better. So, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, I need to do the try it. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're back with Bree. So this is the 6-6 example 1, try it. Bree took another math test and scored 152 points, which was 95% of the total possible points on the test. What was the total number of possible points? So we're trying to figure out 95% of the total possible points. Is what gives us 152 points. 95% of some total possible points is 152 points. So we're going to translate this again. Instead of 95%, we could write it as 95 over 100, or we could write it as 0.95. It's up to you. I like 0.95 the most. 0.95. The word of in math means times. So I'm going to put parentheses to show that I'm going to multiply. The total points is unknown, so we'll put a P for total points. The word is your equal sign, 152. Okay, so we know that we've got two sides of this equation here. We know that we want to get the letter P by itself. That's the whole thing we're trying to solve. Right now, what's happening to this P is it's getting multiplied by 0.95. So to undo that, we have to divide by 0.95. And if you do something to one side and there's an equal sign in the middle, you have to do it to the other side. So the total number of points is 152 divided by 0.95. I know the answer is going to be larger than 152. That would make sense to me. So let's check. 152 divided by 0.95 is 160. So there's 160 points possible on the test. They said, how could you use a double number line diagram to check your answer? Tommy's having a lot of fun. I wonder if I can even draw a straight line on here. I'm going to try. All right, so here's this number line. I'm going to have it, I'm going to draw another one here. I'm going to have these number lines split up into 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sure. Here's 100%. That's the number I'm trying to find. 100%, the number I'm trying to find. They told us what 95% was. Well, 90% is here. So 95% would be here. So 95% of the total number is 152. So that goes right here. So let's see. 152, so that's on the 5s. So I'm going to put in a thing on the 5s here. So think about it like this. If you take the 100 and split it into 10 equal parts, each part is 10, because 100 divided by 10 is 10. What's weird about the one above it is it's like this 100%. Now we're, now we're splitting it into 5s. So 10 10s make 100, and 20 5s make 100. Following me here? So that means there's going to be, that this is going to be the 20th line, and this is on line number 19. So there's 19 different ways that we need to split this up. If you do 152 divided by 19, you end up getting 8, I think. Let me check. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. 152 divided by 19 is 8. So that means every one of these little guys is worth another 8. Let's see. Gotta start at 0. Sure. So if each one of these spaces is worth 8, then to get to the very end here, we would need to add 8 to 152, which would give us 160. So that is a little more complicated. I like the way I did it better. Over here.